It's the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. It is our mission to try to bring you some news you could use, and today is no exception to that rule. You can follow me on X at the Mike Prince Show. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And don't forget, we have a 24-hour stream available for you at the website, obnradio.com. With all that being established, let us jump right into today's episode. Well, as we get closer to the Labor Day kickoff and the electricity that is in the atmosphere, it got me to wondering, have we, as fans, devalued our own product? What do I mean when I say that? We know that beyond a shadow of a doubt, we get excited for our classic games, and we definitely get excited for homecoming. However, at the opposite end of that spectrum, when we have a regular season game with maybe a fan that might not be as popular or well respected, we don't make the seats fill up. And that is of grave concern. Why? Because regardless of who the opponent is, it is still an opportunity for the universities to make money with their home games. And when the fans don't come out, the fan then reflects at the end of the season when it comes to revenue that there was not that much interest in the said schedule. And that creates the problem. That's why we have these money games. With the money games fading out ever so quickly, it has to be a new approach at how we are going to boost the home attendance for your non-classic and non-homecoming events. Unfortunately, majority of us, when we see the new football schedule, the first thing we focus on is when it's homecoming. And it's like we gather all our resources for that one game while the other home games suffer. In the case of Prairie View, we only have roughly 4 home games because the Labor Day Classic, that will go back and forth depending on whose year it is to host. And then you have your State Fair Classic, that's going to always be in Dallas. So the other major draw is homecoming. But on the odd years that you're not the host for the Labor Day Classic, you'll have a minimum of 3 to 4 home games. And if you take away the homecoming game, you have 3 games that you literally get a chance to make your money. And it has been an uphill challenge in the case of particular Prairie View A&M University. How do we overcome that? Well, it's been thrown out in the atmosphere, get a better opponent. But if you get a better opponent, and in cases the better opponents have showed up, then it's like, who wants to come and watch them? Well, it's not about watching the opponent. It's about watching and supporting your home school. We asked the question on the Hill, who you rooting for? And the response is PVU. Well, if I'm rooting for PVU, regardless of who PVU is lined up against, let us show up and let us support our beloved Prairie View A&M University Panthers. This can be solved, but it's one of those situations that charity begins at home. Now, in that same breath, as there are things that administrators must do, there are things as fans we must do. And by working together, coming with some type of happy medium, I really believe that this can be a situation that can be turned around and literally overnight. I truly believe it's going to take all forces coming together, because you'll have splintered off groups where they have a great idea, but because it's their idea, they don't want to be overshadowed. But when the overall goal is the promoting of the program, the promoting of the university, does it really matter where the idea comes from if it's a success? Because if this group win or the other group win, the ultimate goal is that Prairie View A&M University wins. I know that he has not arrived just yet, but Anton Goff could have this as a to-do list item, as he will land officially August 28th on the Hill. And speaking of landing on the Hill, yesterday, by way of X, formerly known as Twitter, we released our 2023 projected broadcast schedule. Now, not only does it cover Prairie View A&M University, but it covers our local high schools, Waller Bulldogs, Hempstead Bobcats, and the Royal Falcons. So be sure to check that out. But we will start off our broadcast coverage on August the 25th, which is Friday, as Waller will take on Bryan. And then the granddaddy, the 38th annual Labor Day Classic from PNC Park, will be able to be enjoyed from start to finish right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We will have the pregame and the actual game itself starting at 7 p.m. for the kickoff time on September the 2nd. And finally, do mark your calendars for September 1st through the 4th. Beginning at 12 noon, we'll have the start of our Listening Partner Drive campaign, which is actually for September 1st to the 30th, where we are asking you to continue your support as a listening partner here with the network. And we'll kick this thing off with our popcorn fundraising. And all you have to do is make a purchase of some delicious gourmet popcorn by Double Good. And when you make that popcorn purchase, you are supporting us as a network and our continued coverage of our beloved Prairie View A&M University Panthers and the student athletes of Waller County, Texas. So be sure to visit the website at obnradio.com. Look for that pop-up link where you can place your support and orders for the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I have run out of time for today, but we shall continue the rest of the story. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. We do thank you guys so much for joining in with us. Don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the videos or the audio podcast that is being released, and share the message. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.